Hello everybody. Thank you first of all for the invitation. It brings a lot of good memories, I hope. Okay. First of all, I want to concentrate a little bit on, like Ole Christian said, Polish approach to the project, because of course we had similar observations, but also a little bit different goals. It's literally understood because we have different legal systems and different heritage management systems in both countries, so of course there is a difference. I don't know, yes, no council? To show around the book, it's... No, I mean the grey one, yeah. If you can give people to just, it's in English, so because it will be on the very last slide, and we won't have time before the break. Okay, how do I change it? Without moving, so okay. I just want to recapitulate the information about the project, why we did it actually. Because we needed information on how localities deal with heritage management. Do they know what they have locally? What kind of heritage do they have? Do they really incorporate heritage issues, heritage topics in local policies, whatever it consists on special planning, education, or anything else? And we wanted to measure actually what do they need, what really localities need to do it better or to do it at all. And also we wanted, actually in the long term, to make the heritage protection system better and to preserve heritage in a better way. Showing these books, it's available online, all three versions of the inspiration book, and the second one, the green one on the right, is a manual of heritage management in local communities. Asking around in the siege of Council of Europe, I haven't found anything like this actually published before, because it is recapitulating every aspect of heritage management that you can find, from asset assessment, values assessment, through legal competences and legal what community can do, what community has to do legally, also with aspects of how to develop local strategies. I will go I had a very fast translation of the table of contents. It's hugely, and it doesn't have even the 200 pages, the book. So, so we are really touching every aspect, and the issue was that we didn't want, because we are heritage experts and sometimes we have this very sophisticated language, but we didn't want it to be a very difficult language. We wanted it to be very simple for local communities, which are really very overloaded with work usually. So we just wanted it to be like the manual for the washing machine, like you have to do this, that and that. If you have such a plan, so you go further and you do that. I don't want to go through all this, it's just for a glimpse of eye for you. We, as Ole said, we've sent it to every community in Poland, hoping that they will use it, of course. So I will go back to this later. The second achievement, the second thing we have done, and Ole also mentioned it, was a social study. Social survey that would probably explain some of the paradoxes mentioned here earlier. Excuse me. We can, of course, talk about it during the break because it's really complicated. Not very easy topic. Anyway, we asked 31 questions for Poland and Norway together to compare. We asked like half of these questions, so we don't. We wanted to see how the people actually differ. We do. This is the one of the answer for the paradoxes. So the higher bar is Poland. I just mention here, not mine. I don't know what it is. Whatever. I just mentioned few of the questions. Have you seen on the first slide concerning survey? We had several issues, several actually areas of heritage-related questions, opinions toward heritage, willing to pay for incentives, willing to pay for visiting. Do people actually visit sites? Do they think that heritage can make you proud? Can it be the agent of development, economic or social? So a lot of questions were asked, and it's a really huge database actually. And I think that after our first project done with Riksantikvaren, which was Stop Heritage Crime, so we also did a social survey. I think it was the second survey exclusively devoted to heritage, to cultural heritage approach in the Polish society, with, of course, all this sociological rules of how to measure and how to interpret the data. Okay, so what's next? Because as I understand, what we really need is a real tangible impact actually of our projects and of our money spent. So just yesterday I've sent this book to the printing house. In 2 weeks' time we will have it on our desks. 4th of December we will have the conference presenting this publication. It is actually a deeper analysis of the social survey we made during the HoME project. This is the first volume, so it just presents several areas that were actually studied in the survey. We are going to continue this publication, which is actually presented. Not presented, which is actually developed together with Jagiellonian University and the Institute of the Sociology, whose boss was one of our experts. Ole Christian mentioned here earlier that we had different kind of experts than our Norwegian partner. In some way, yes, because we had a rural sociologist from the university based in Krakow, and we had also a local development expert from Warsaw School of Economics. But this is a person who works from 15 years with local authorities. She is assessing and preparing with local authorities strategic plans, and she is also training localities and local authorities. So we also had a lady from the foundation of the NGO that deals with a participative approach. So she is also working in the field actually with the issues connected with heritage. She introduced to Poland questing, and she introduced to Poland eco-museums, if you heard of. So these people are cooperating with us also with this publication. It will have the summary in Polish, in English. If you will be interested, let me know. Okay, what is very important for us is the series of trainings for municipalities. We are going all around Poland. almost every month I'm like 1 week away from home training people. This training is based actually on the idea of heritage management proposed and developed in our manual. Developed also during the project. We are training all these people that are involved in some way in heritage management. So these are 2 days of training. We have to focus very shortly on several topics, but what is important for us is that we want this training to be very active, and we want these trainings to be cut as the participants need it. So actually we ask before all the communities that are going to be on the training, that are going to be trained, we ask about their problems, we ask about their achievements, we ask about their knowledge. We have several questions developed on these topics, and we know what is the situation, we know what kind of problems they might have. I have to say that it's a kind of independent platform. We go to these localities, but they are not host. We are the host, so we also witnessed some local disputes being resolved during the training. This picture here is one of the nice memory because I think that, well, I'm of the opinion, and I hope Ole Christian will cover me in this, that during our study trips we really were working from early morning to late night on the heritage issues. We were not just visiting but studying actually the situation concerning the heritage management and all its aspects. But we had also fun, of course. We found ourselves, for example, singing and making dumplings, like you see this here on the picture. So it was really very like culturally developing ourselves. Okay, but going further, these trainings, well, we will spend, I think, 100 years to continue, because if you see above, there is a very simple presentation of administrative division in Poland. So we have like 2,500 municipalities, rural or urban, and we could train like 105 of them. So from September 2016 to November 2017. So we are now planning to change the method. We are going to prepare a bigger training concerning people from all the province, for example. But what we did on this training, for example, what workshops and how we should use several workshops were also tested during the HoME project. Another impact we see is that developing the manual helped us also start working on the website. This is a database. Of course, the manual is not covering all the issues, all the topics. It's just introducing some things, although we have to print it for the third time since it was published for the first time. So it's really a success, actually. But of course, internet is bigger, and we can put into the knowledge base like this more information, more paths of actions, more examples, and so on and so on. So we just started like 2 weeks ago. It is enormous work because it has to. The portal is the database has to show several aspects in correlation with others. So aspect of programming this website wasn't very easy. Just to let you know, if you see the logo, it's used our logo of the HoME project, but turned a little bit out to the new stuff, but relating to the authority issues, authority that are responsible for the policy regarding heritage. The book I show this is a semi-private further story of the project, because I am going to develop a PhD on the local policies using heritage as development agent. So the case showed in this article is a case of our study trip also, one of the communities that was very active participant of the project. And this is a very important case because actually they have no choice but heritage development because practically all the area of the municipality is covered by some kind of environmental protection, so they can't do anything else. If we talk about tangible impact, we can also point out some plans of our respective communities. They were planning cultural cooperation. We are not sure if anything occurred. I don't know, Ole Christian, if you know something, I don't. And Ole Christian was showing you the old wooden house as one of the example, a part of the churches. This is not entirely true. We have other monuments also. But this wooden house is a very good example, and you reminded me, thank you, because I didn't show it on the slides, and this is a really very hard example of what is a success, a tangible success of the project. So this wooden house is, I think, one of the latest examples of the traditional and very common, actually, wooden architecture in the area. But, as I said, maybe few still exist. And it's also not changed since the beginning because there is no how you say, there is no light there is no water, there is nothing. Like, this is the really old house, and 12 years ago it was inhabited still. So it was a private property without any interested legacy. Nobody wanted to take care of it. Apparently the owners living, I don't know, in other countries, I suppose, didn't want, but they didn't want to give the area back, the terrain. After our project, the authorities of this municipality proposed that they are going to take from the proprietor this house. They bought it for like €1 or something, and they started the procedure of enlisting the building as a movable heritage, because they wanted to make a new function of it. The information and tourism center near one of the newly renovated Orthodox church, which we visited actually. So this will be a new function for a monument that was actually about to die. So we are really very proud because it is already a listed monument. It happened in this time, and they are working on developing idea what to do next with the area to develop the tourism based on heritage. So, well, it's in a nutshell actually, because we are late. If you have any questions, if you are interested in the deeper analysis of the data we have, or in the books, let me know and I will gladly help. Thank you very much.